Okay, I just gave the dogs a couple of their bully sticks. One of the things I noticed was the Guardians were using rawhides, which are dipped in bleach and ammonia, a lot of other chemicals. So if you're watching this at home, I would recommend a cow's ear or a bully stick, which is what these are. Now, what I'm going to go over here is just, we have a thief over here that keeps on taking things. Let me pull one of these out. So basically teaching your dog, what I want to do in this video is teach the dogs how to drop. And so they show their audience how to do this, because we don't want to take things, especially the little one. We want the dogs to understand that dropping is actually a beneficial thing to do. So what I do is the dog's got something, drop. I'm going to wait for him to pick it back up. And he's going to try to take it with the object in his mouth. I'm waiting, and you are not going to do that. Drop. So all I want to do is just say the word drop whenever, after the dog drops the item, pop the treat in his mouth. The key is I don't go for the item. What I'm just basically teaching the dog is when a human asks you to drop, they're not here to take your stuff. They're here to make your situation better. Now, we want to practice it with these items. Now, this is a pizzle, so this is actually a little bit higher value. Here, I'll give that to you. There you go. But we want to do this when dogs have what we call low-value items. A low-value item is a toy the dog is allowed to have at any time. It's particularly not exclusive. But if it's a bully stick, those only come out every once in a while. That's a high-value item. A marrow bone would be a high-value item. Some panties, a tennis shoe, things that I'm not allowed to have also are a high-value item. So what we want to do is we want to practice with low-value items and establish or shape the behavior first. And then eventually when I approach the dog and I have a client whose dog picked up a butcher knife and then chased them around the house, and it was just playing a game, but it was literally very dangerous. And the dog's just a counter surfer and did it, but it could be a really bad situation. So teaching the dog to drop is a very important and very easy to do command. So again, all you're gonna do is have a high value treat. Now it has to have a scent, a strong smell. When it comes to food for dogs, the most important thing is the smell. The temperature of the food is the second most important thing. The taste is third. Dogs prefer warm food. They'll eat cold stuff, but when they kill a squirrel, they're eating while blood's still going through its veins. So I just go like this. Oh, she got a little bit of it while she had it. These are a little crumbly, so let's try that again. Oh, did she drop it?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, drop.
Like it right away.
I didn't
dropped.
see it.
Yeah.
Because of my angle. But so you want to practice this when the dog has low value items, and I would probably practice this at first just with the humans. But because we have a little one, we want to have the dogs learn to do it. So what I would do is either hold it yourself, figure out a way to do this without the dogs grabbing these, and maybe have you hold it for your son, and your son's hand is here, and you're releasing, because the timing of that needs to be really good. But eventually, the dogs are like, when he comes around, if he tells me to drop something and I drop it, I get the best treat I've ever had. And so I don't feel threatened when he approaches me, because he makes my situation better. He's not here to take my stuff. Now, if you do have to take away some panties or something that the dog is not allowed to have, when you take it away, when you give them the treat, let it say drop, they'll drop it, pop the treat in their mouth, pick the item up, and then immediately go and give them a bully stick or another item of equal or greater value. So this is more of a trade. And this is the exception. Most of the time they just do this. So when I have just my regular stuff. So when they're just playing and they're hanging out like this and there's nothing wrong, drop. And then let them go back to doing their own thing. The key is, again, when it's a low value item. So this is something you want to try to practice a couple of times a day, every day for the next week to 2 weeks. I would start out with the humans doing it for about a week or two, and then maybe the second week start building in. You do it a couple times, then have him come sit on your lap, and then do 1 or 2 times with him. It's what we call warm. So he gets to do it first, or you do it with him, so he kind of knows what we're doing. Then we bring in a wild card or something that's different, and he just kind of the dog goes on an autopilot with what we're doing. So this is a short video of how you can teach your dog to drop.